What? This? It may be dead. You're getting pretty good at that. You gonna be a soccer player? You gonna play soccer? Okay, so a couple weeks ago, my mom sent me home with a bunch of boxes and stuff from like childhood things that she was storing. I'm like just taking a minute right now this morning to go through some of it. One of the boxes was basically a bunch of jerseys from like football, baseball, you know, high school, middle school, elementary school days. And I found 4 of 3, I guess, jerseys that I'm gonna keep. The rest I'm not really that sentimental about, but if you didn't know, football was a really big part of my life. Like basically from the ages of like 11, 12 to 18 years old, like football, like every decision I made kind of mapped to football. Work schedule, workout schedule, schedule hanging out with Kelsey. Everything was about making sure I was in the best position to succeed on the field. And part of that was taking care of schoolwork so I could actually be on the field. It was a huge part of my life, and not only because I was competitive, but because I think that football is a very unique sport that builds a certain character in people, builds a certain ethos into people that you just can't really get exposed to in many different ways. And I had some really great coaches that also made the experience very formative, but it was just a big important part of my life. And so it's something I want to keep some keepsakes from. So this jersey right here is, and I thought I'd share some of this stuff with you guys. This jersey right here is my very first football jersey. I didn't start playing football till I was in 6th grade, which is pretty late if you grow up in the Midwest or in the South. Most people start playing football in 3rd grade or younger. But I didn't start till I was in the 6th grade. Most people didn't think I'd like it because I just wasn't, as a young kid, I wasn't really the rough and tumble kind of kid. But from the first practice, from the first game, I fell in love with it. I had a really interesting coach this first time. But yeah, that just kind of kicked it off. So I'm gonna keep that jersey. And then the other jersey I'm keeping is my practice jersey from high school. I was number 7. This was our last year of practice jerseys in high school. In particular, I want to keep the practice jersey because if there's anything I miss the most about football, it's really less about the competitive aspect. It's less about Friday nights. And it's really more about like the camaraderie you have with your teammates and the brotherhood you guys share. It's just something you can't really ever get back. And if you played or you've been part of a team sport like that, you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, practices, even though they were never always that fun, it was the before practice, the after practice. It was the brotherhood that practice is built with your teammates. So I'm gonna keep that jersey. And then this jersey is it's another practice jersey from high school. So if you know the movie Hitman, he's Agent 47 in that movie. So I had a very, very good defensive coordinator and a very, very good human being who was our defensive coordinator. And he thought it'd be really fun to have a jersey where if you got the best hit on Friday night, the whole next week in practice you would wear the Hitman jersey. I won it several times, and I don't know quite how I ended up with it, but somehow it ended up with me at the end of the senior year. So it's just a fun kind of cool thing that I want to hold on to. So those 3 jerseys I'm keeping. Anyways, that was a fun little trip down memory lane. I'm gonna go back to looking through some of this stuff. You wanna help me? Okay. Cal decided that after sorting through the stuff, it would be a good idea to take a ride in the wagon. So now we're walking around in the wagon. Or I'm walking, he's riding. It's a pretty nice day out here today. It's 55 degrees. I think Cal's having fun. So that's always important. You want me to push it? Good? Yes, King Cal. They don't go as well in the grass, do they? It's fun to play with them in the grass, though. Okay, workout's finished. Cal is napping, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to run to Walmart and get, they're basically, I think they're just bolts that go into the wall or into a stud so that you can mount a TV. There's this TV from work that they were just gonna throw away, so I said I'll take it because we don't have a TV in our bedroom, we just have the one in our living room. So it came with a mount, however I don't have the bolts that came with the mount. So I'm gonna go to Walmart, get the bolts, and maybe try to mount it today. I've never mounted a TV before, so I guess it'll be a learning experience. We can also roll your cars down the hill. That'll be cool too, right? Right, Cal? Is it hurting your feet? Is the pavement hurting your feet at all, Cal? No? Okay. Tell me if it does. There are some wasps living around the front of our house that I've been trying to kill for the last 2 days. I think I just got one of them. Watch out for the wasp. Yeah, that's mama's car. Let's get loaded up. Come on. What do you think of it? Okay, both boys are asleep, so we're being adults by flying the drone around.
I don't know where she came from, kinda turned me upside down. I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night at hers and bring her one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Now I really get what the love songs are talking about, and And I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love. There's something about the way she laughs and the way she always dances when she thinks nobody sees.